Are you a homesteader or a prepper? Hey everybody, JT here, Serenity Farms Prepping. So, a lot of preppers or a lot of homesteaders believe that they're preppers, and a lot of preppers don't realize they're only homesteaders. There are some small, unique differences, but those differences, when this all goes down, could be the difference between life and death. So, first let's go over the definition of a homesteader. Homesteader is, more often than not, someone who moves out to the countryside. They don't have plans of being off grid, or they don't think an apocalypse is coming. They want to get away from some crowds. They often lean lefty, and they think moving out to the countryside will lessen their carbon footprint, and they'll be doing their part for Mother Earth. Okay, that doesn't make them bad people. It's what they do when they get carried away that makes them bad people. But most homesteaders, they move out to the countryside. They buy an acre, 2 acre, 3 acre, little farmhouse, and they plant some gardens and get some chickens, maybe a cow, and they grow their foods every year so that they can rely less on modern stuff. A prepper, on the other hand, should also be moving out to the countryside, getting a homestead. But we're doing it because we believe something apocalyptic, catastrophic, the end of the world as we know it, a shit hit the fan, is going to happen. So, because we've moved to the country for different reasons, some of the same reasons but much different levels, because of that, we prepare differently. Okay, so back to the gardens. A homesteader likes to grow their food each year for themselves so that they can eat healthier and rely less on the grocery stores. A prepper, while doing the same thing, also grows as much as they possibly can to save it for said future apocalypse. Canning, dehydrating, whatever you're doing, we're doing it. Animals. A homesteader will get a handful of chickens. A prepper will get 30. A homesteader will get maybe 1 cow that they can milk, or they're probably not going to get a beef cow because likely killing their own meat isn't high on their agenda. A prepper is going to get a definite milk cow and probably 2 or 3 beef cattle so that he can breed the milk cow and have his own beef each year to butcher, store, dehydrate, whatever, preparing for that apocalypse. How about water? The homesteader will set up some kind of system to gather some water, to feed their gardens, and just to have some extra water around. Not usually too major a water storage system. Couple 100 gallons, 100-gallon bucket here, 100-gallon bucket there, that kind of thing. Okay? A prepper, on the other hand, is going to amass as much possible water storage as they possibly can. They might have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 gallon tanks. And they're going to drill their own well. Whereas a homesteader may still be on the grid with conventional water systems. Maybe they're only just outside of town and actually still have town water, sewer, that kind of stuff. Home security / defense. So a homesteader's not really worried about anything except other animals potentially getting in their gardens. So they will erect fences around their garden areas and their chicken coops, and that's about it. Preppers, on the other hand, we also take action to prevent animals from decimating our gardens or wild animals getting our domesticated animals, our cows, our chickens. But we worry much more about the human predators. Our main goal of security defense as preppers is stopping the rioters, looters, scumbags that think they're going to take all your shit. That is the main concern of most preppers, or it should be. It's the reason that you're doing everything else to begin with, is your fellow human beings. So there are 4 differences that, in my opinion, determine whether you are a homesteader or a prepper. I think, obviously, the biggest reason is that we preppers are preparing for very long-term, cataclysmic, apocalyptic, shit-hit-the-fan scenarios with complete loss of societal organization, law enforcement, medical services, everything. In our opinion, it's all going to be gone. We don't know how long, and human predators are our biggest threat, which is why we form in groups and communities, and homesteaders move out to the middle of nowhere by themselves. They don't necessarily see a threat where we do. They're just trying to get away from the hustle and bustle and do their part to save the planet. Like I said, that's not bad. It's the zealots that want to force us to also fall into the sham. All right. Let me know what you think. I'm hoping that there's a few of you that maybe now are realizing you need to step up your game and become a real prepper. Not that you're not prepping, but you might be leaning more towards being a homesteader, and that's not going to cut it very soon. Can be a homesteader all you want. Just load them shelves. Get all the food, the water, the supplies, the tools, the everything a homesteader doesn't do. So, www.storagechef.com, SFP15. That'll help you on the way to that food preservation. Remember, with any long-term food storage company, they all require water and lots of it. This will increase your water prep demands a lot. Almost all recipes I have are 3 to 5 cups. At a gallon and a half per human per day minimum. Cooking 3 meals a day. How many you cooking for? Add that water up. So just take that into consideration when you're getting long-term food storage. But you can't beat long-term food storage. If you can't grow a garden, if something happens to your garden, if you can't hunt, if you didn't get to the store, whatever, this is a way to guarantee that you have some food to try and get you through whatever period until you can get back on your feet. All right, like, share, please subscribe, notification bell. But for now, JG, signing off.